After 32 matches in Russia, we have 85 goals and not a single scoreless draw. From stoppage time winners to upsets to penalties, this World Cup has gained momentum as one of the most dramatic and close in recent memory. Every team has played twice and the final group games are gonna have a lot at stake for almost every single team. Some teams moved up drastically while others moved down considerably. Here are the power rankings after 2 group games with 6 teams already advancing to the next round. Note, the advancement scenarios for each team alive are the simplest ones. Others do exist. Last result, L1-6 versus England. Next match, 2 versus Tunisia. Saransk. Advancement scenario, out of World Cup. Panama goes back to last place in the power rankings after conceding 6 against England. The team played rough and their yellow card accumulation got much bigger. Despite getting crushed, Panamanian fans went nuts when Felipe Baloy scored the first ever World Cup goal for the Canal men. A moment never to forget in World Cup history. Last result, L0-1 versus Uruguay. Next match, Mon versus Egypt. Volgograd. Advancement scenario, out of World Cup. Saudis played much better against Uruguay, only losing 1-0. They are out of this World Cup after 2 losses. I'm expecting it to be 3 losses against Egypt tomorrow. Saudi Arabia will return for the AFC Asian Cup in January. Last result, L1-2 versus Mexico. Next match, Wed versus Germany. Kazan. Advancement scenario, win versus Germany and Mexico win in superior goal difference over Germany and Sweden. South Korea takes a massive tumble to the bottom 3 after another unconvincing performance in Group F. Son Heung-min's thunderbolt in stoppage time was the only high point in the last 2 games for the Taeguk Warriors. They technically could still qualify for the knockout stage. It would require beating Germany and Sweden, losing and some more help. Last result, L2-5 versus Belgium. Next match, 2 versus Panama. Saransk. Advancement scenario, out of World Cup. This scoreline doesn't tell the story of Tunisia's loss to Belgium. Lukaku and Hazard were running all over the defense, but the attack looked much better in the first half as Tunisia was able to find space in Belgium's backline. Once again, Tunisia will go home after a disappointing group stage. I still love my. They attacked all game after conceding the Ronaldo header and were so close to scoring their first World Cup goal since 1998. Rui Patriciu got in the way of a draw and promptly made Morocco the first team eliminated from the World Cup. Let's see if they can spoil Spain's party tomorrow. Last result, L0-1 versus Spain. Next match, Mon versus Portugal. Saransk. Advancement scenario, win versus Portugal. Aaron parks the bus better than any other team at this World Cup. An unlucky deflection goal off of Diego Costa gave Spain the win. Iran was close to scoring a couple of times in an attempt to shock Spain for the draw. They had a goal that was disallowed by VAR for offside. A win against Portugal could send an Iberian side home before the round of 16. Last result, T1-1 versus Denmark. Next match, Tuesday versus Peru. Sochi. Advancement scenario, win versus Peru and France win in superior goal difference over Denmark. All the teams I said had no chance of advancing out of the group. Australia has surprised me the most with their performances. Australia was close to beating Denmark last Wednesday with Aaron Mooy and Daniel Arzani running around the Danish defence. The Socceroos could sneak their way to the round of 16 out of Group C. Every Australian will be wearing a France jersey underneath the Socceroo yellow. Last result, L0-2 versus Brazil. Next match, Wed versus Switzerland. Novgorod. Advancement scenario, out of World Cup. Los Ticos brought basically the same team to Russia that they did to Brazil. They got worse and are out after 2 games. Keylor Navas kept them in long enough and gave it everything he had against Serbia and Brazil. The attack had no invention and they looked nothing like they did in 2014. Costa Rica returns to play in the Gold Cup next summer for their 7th major tournament in 7 years. Keylor Navas vs Brazil. Stats: saves, 7 punches, 3 high claims, 1 long balls, accurate, 35-15, clearances, 5 duels, 1, 4 was fouled, 2 Navas put an MOTM performance. Held on with his nation this till the very last minute. True hero for his Costa Rica. Injury and loss in the Champions League final and now a quick World Cup exit. Egypt was exposed as a one-man team and Russia didn't allow Salah to touch the ball throughout the game. His penalty is little consolation as he is threatening to quit the national team. Everything went from bad to worse for Egypt with still a game left. Serbia was minutes away from earning a point against Switzerland until Xherdan Shaqiri's winner and celebration angered the Serbian supporters. They can still advance but have a tougher task than Switzerland to go through to the round of 16. Serbia will need to bring everything they have against Brazil. They didn't bring that against Switzerland. Last result, 0-1 vs. France. Next match, Sweden vs. Australia, Sochi, advancement scenario, out of World Cup. If only Peru was in Group A they would actually have a chance at advancing. Peru is out after 2 matches against much more talented European teams and not being able to score. They will try to spoil any chance for Australia to advance through Group C. Peru is the only South American team that has been eliminated through 2 games. I saw 12 players because of all the fans. It was like playing in Peru. It was a very difficult match but luckily we won. Picked out twitter.com/Weluj for Rodney, the Peruvian Waltz, at Parawaltz, June 22, 2018. Last result, 0-2 vs. Nigeria. Next match, Sweden vs. Croatia, Rostov, advancement scenario, win vs. Croatia and Nigeria loss, draw. The Vikings lost for the first time ever in the group stage at a major tournament. Nigeria's speed on the wings and the new lineup was too much for Iceland's defense to handle. A missed penalty by Gylfi Sigurdsson makes life even harder for Iceland to advance. They must win and need an Argentina victory. After that, it comes down to goal difference. Last result, 0-3 vs. Colombia. Next match, 2 vs. Japan, Volgograd, advancement scenario, out of World Cup. First top seed to be eliminated from the 2018 World Cup is Poland. They were terrible. Robert Lewandowski saw that he wasn't getting the ball in the final third and didn't go get it when he wasn't getting touches. The midfield was all defensive and they have created nothing in the first 2 games. They will look to rebound at Euro 2020 when they plummet down the FIFA rankings in July. Last result, T1-1 vs. Australia. Next match, Sweden vs. France, Luzhniki, Moscow, advancement scenario, win, draw vs. France or Peru. Win, draw. The Danes were outplayed by Australia and 1 goal from Christian Eriksen kept them from losing. Denmark cannot keep depending on Eriksen's genius and Schmeichel's saves if they want to get further in this tournament. Luckily, 8 of the 9 possible result combinations in Group C's final games result in Denmark going through. It's highly unlikely they won't go to their first round of 16 since 2002. The highest mover in our power rankings is the Blue Samurai. Japan fought off 2 leads to draw Senegal 2-2 in a thrilling encounter. Keisuke Honda scored in his 3rd straight World Cup and Japan was in control throughout the second half. They are in a phenomenal position to advance with 7 of the 9 result combos putting Japan into their 3rd round of 16. Keisuke Honda is the only worldwide. Picked out twitter.com/cod5 Nanki, Squawka Football, at Squawka, June 24, 2018. Last result, W3-1 vs. Egypt. Next match, Mon vs. Uruguay, Samara, advancement scenario, in round of 16 the hosts are through and have looked great. Truthfully, they have played 2 very poor teams but they look like an upset candidate to make the quarterfinals. Denis Cheryshev and Alexander Golovin have looked deadly and both are making a name for themselves amongst the entire football world. Russia will finish in first if they don't lose to Uruguay. I think they could. Use your arrows to browse.